Good morning, everybody.
Morning, guys.
Good morning.
Jester Tester feeling a little under the weather today, so he hopefully is getting some rest right now.
Thoughts and prayers go out to Jesse. So.
Yeah, he's just been not feeling too well all week long. It was hitting him last week.
Right on the show.
Yeah.
On the show during the show. I mean, I've never seen like shortness of breath. I mean, the guy was doing his best to hang in there till the end of the show.
Yeah, props to him for even toughing it out. But so good morning, everybody. Good morning. Who we got here? Damien Zero. He was
Zero might have been the first in the chat.
Yeah, he commented yesterday.
Nice and early.
Saying he looks like he's getting some a little bit of FOMO. Thanks, Phil.
What's up, Rod
Gamer, Phil, Ralphie, MJ87, Stock Jock, Firestarter.
I love how Phil is making the point over and over again. It's not about the games. It's about the look.
It's the look.
And as long as you remember
it's right here.
All good. You can totally justify every single cab you want to buy as long as it's different.
Right.
I mean,
why not?
Those are true statements, right? Because when you went into an arcade back in the day, I mean, it wasn't even about picking out your favorite game at the time. It was just the look and the feel and the noise and
look behind you,
ambience. Mike. Yeah, we got a little new addition myself.
This just hit me right now. You have 2 Mortal Kombat 2s and you have 2 NBA Jam right now.
I do. Actually, I do.
Which ones are you getting rid of, Mike?
Well, so that Mortal Kombat right behind me right there, that's modded, so that will stay.
Is that where you can put the Nintendo games in there?
Yes. Yeah, it has the Intech, the gaming deck on it.
Yeah,
so that's going to stay because it's just something different in itself. But Shaq Jam obviously brand new, so OG NBA Jam's going up for sale here.
I should have got Shaq Jam, guys. Weekend. Let me look at that thing.
Don't do it, Phil. Don't second guess yourself.
That thing is a freaking monstrosity. I mean,
it really is.
Look at it. Wow.
Yeah, it really, really is. And
I mean, staying there? Is that the spot for it?
No, that's not. I wish it could, but no, it's got to go in the game room with the rest of them. And
sorry to hear, Stock Jack, man. I know the feeling.
Everybody, Ralphie said he's sick.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah.
Are you working today, Johnny? Ralphie? Hey, Johnny.
Terrible.
But no, NBA Jam is going to. I got some plans for it before it moves.
Hey, Elio.
Then it will move. Yeah, morning, Elio. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's a great cabinet, and I get there was a lot of the monitor and all that, but I'm telling you, it's not as bad as everybody's made it out to be. I was expecting the worst, honestly.
When I saw it with skids at Apt Electronics, I
was washed out as hell.
Well, if you stood as far back as Mike is, if you're up close, you're fine.
Oh, if you're
like it directly, yeah. It's like the Golden Tee with the crappy monitor.
Yeah, from here, if I turn around, you could see it starts to distort a little bit, but
you're not going to play it 20 feet away.
No, never. And my game room's not big enough.
Unless you're Mr. Fantastic, right?
Yeah. And, where it's going to go, you can't even. It's not big enough to even be standing that far back from it. It's not going to affect me one bit whatsoever. And the chances of me having 4 people playing it at one time.
What is it about it, Mike, that you love it, that made you choose that over the deluxe?
Well, besides the price itself, but just like the marquee is awesome. I mean, that has to be like a one.
I think that's the best part.
Yeah, that's got to be arcade.
Wait, that's the one that you were bidding on and got, right?
It is, yes.
I knew it. Oh my God, I knew that had to have been it.
That was it. Yeah,
you didn't spend no $600 on.
Oh no, dude, I got it for $320.
Okay,
brand new.
That's beautiful, man.
Yep, and it was a lot cheaper.
And you could always replace the monitor if you got sick of it or got.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think it's ever going to come to that. For what I get out of it,
you had to. But even if you had to replace the monitor, it wouldn't be a big deal because you didn't spend that much.
No, I paid virtually less than half of what it cost.
Tell Ralphie what your wife just said to you this morning
about what the cabinet. Staying here?
Yes.
Yeah, she asked me if it was going to remain here. And I said, no, it's not going to.
I just told Kelly, I went to get a coffee. I said, I think you'd get along great with Mike's wife.
see that.
They could both compare notes on whose cabinet, who's got the worst collection of cabinets. It's a nuisance.
Good morning, MG. Sorry, yeah, you got to spend some quality time with the Remy LeBeau. And for those of you who don't know what he's talking about, we're not going to get into that. How much for OG NBA Jam? I'm hoping to at least get $250 for it. I mean,
think that's an automatic.
I would think so.
Because if you could net that, man, you're good. And then if you needed to buy another monitor for the Shaq Jam,
and I want to put 2 light up coin doors on that too. I think that'll look pretty sick.
I don't think anyone did that. I think they just did one, and we talked about that.
Yeah.
That'd be a great.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting a Sabos marquee, or are you sticking with the marquee?
I'm staying, dude. That's not it does not need replaced.
It's perfect.
That's the nicest arcade 1-up stock marquee that I've ever seen in person. I can't verify what the KI Pro looks like, but that thing it's unreal. Like, it's great. That's what they all should look like.
That actually looks better than the KI Pro, in my opinion. The KI Pro looks like some sort of weird Frankenstein cabinet that they just came up with, because it's not arcade authentic in any way from the look perspective.
Size of it. That's what's luring me in, is the size of the Pro.
Yep.
So for Phil, it's the look and the size, and everything else is secondary, including the games. Because at this point, we have
the games. We have it all on our Bobby Sarah right here.
These games.
Mm-hmm.
We have everything. Right.
If we want to play games, we've got ways to play games. We just want furniture.
I mean, it's a bonus to be able to play. It's a bonus to be able to play them online too, if you wanted to. You know, I know. I think Chaotic and Half Dozen are planning on doing an NBA Jam tournament at some point, like they did with the Blitz. So yeah.
A lot of us have NBA Jam. You know, Corner Cage just picked up one. I mean, we can all jump on and. I think I'm gonna do NBA Jam tonight.
If Corner Cage got
one, there you go, Phil.
It's a hit.
Do an NBA Jam tonight.
So anyone in the chat with an arcade 1-up NBA Jam, we're gonna stream it tonight. Let's play some games.
Good morning, Bobby.
There's Bobby.
MG makes a great point. Bobby, when the wives get together, Phil, they can take notes when they're both divorcing us.
Absolutely. Bobby's KI looks better than the Pro. I will definitely.
It'll be this big line on this piece of paper. It'll say arcade thingies. And they'll have like a list of them.
The judge will just be like, "That's all I need to see. Say no more."
I was sleeping, Zero. I've been running around too much, man. I hit the wall last night.
Bobby's the king, man. I want a Killer Instinct countercade. That's what I want. I want a Killer Instinct countercade. I want a Killer Instinct countercade that I can play online. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
No, I'm happy with the pickup. I don't see me ever spending $699 on that.
No, never. Not in this lifetime, or like
I mean, that's
now.
But I mean, there was a time where I was the high bidder up until probably a couple hours before the auction went off, and I had it for $150, and I was getting excited.
Mike, we gotta save our money for Tron. Phil's
getting the
trying to block that. It's trying to block off that FOMO.
Phil's got us on the phone.
Anyone in the chat, if we got a deluxe Tron, same height, 65 inches, 64, $599, are you in?
That's a strong consideration.
That's a beautiful.
Yeah, that's a lot though. $599.
It is. I know.
Expensive nightlight. I mean, my God, man. For the look.
I can fight the FOMO for a few months. I could get over that hump right away,
and
then wait for it to drop for $100. You know.
Well, I mean, they've got way cheaper purple aesthetic lights on Amazon you can buy that'll give you that.
It's putting that. I know Stock Jock has that. Hey, Brooklyn. Stock Jock has that S panel, like the S video on top. I think that's something you gotta have. It just brings out that whole like.
Well, I mean, you got to have it to complete your arcade, Phil. I mean, it's a must-have at this point.
Yeah,
you better figure out a way to get it where you can pick it up so that you can sneak it into the house.
Oh my gosh!
Because that thing is
getting harder, guys.
That thing is different. That thing is way different.
I mean, I think Tron, you couldn't hide that one. because like Firestarter says, I mean, it illuminates the whole room when you turn it on. So,
oh yeah.
Well,
You know, believe it or not,
Kelly might even like that one, Phil, because
maybe. Good morning, Gallagher guy.
Hey, Gallagher guy. Kelly played Simpsons last week. Can you guys believe that? She actually was playing. I think she had fun.
That's awesome.
See, that's about. I can get my wife to play Simpsons bowling.
That's called progress.
Yep.
You know, anytime you can get a woman interested like that and to even just trying them out just because she's bored or whatever, like she just goes and he's like, he's got all these all over the house, I might as well see what all the fuss is about. Like, you know, it's like, what what are we dealing with here?
So Thor would be super tempted to upgrade Tron, but it was his very first A1 up. Yeah, I'm kind of in that same position with like Turtles or Star Wars. Like,
well, you did
kind of have an attachment to them, you know.
You took the first step.
Well, I
upgraded to NBA Jam.
If we do get a Raw Thrills Ninja Turtles, I think I'm going to get it because it's unique. It's different.
It's different online. What if we could play online with it?
Yeah,
it's different. So I think I'm going to get it because it's solely it stands out like the iArcade does in people's arcades now. It stands out like a sore thumb. So I gotta ask guys, why was Tron never on iArcade? I mean, iArcade is modeled after Tron, right? The OG cabinet.
Yeah, I mean, look at right here. I got that,
like an ideal fit for that cabinet too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why wasn't that game available?
Yeah, that's interesting. I never thought of that.
It would have made sense. I mean, they got Dragon's Lair. They could have had Tron. It would have been a slam dunk too.
Jeez, Ralphie, that's a hell of a Valentine's present.
Wow, your wife is an enabler buying you that.
Yeah, my Valentine's Day present to my wife would have been taking one of my games out and getting rid of it. You know,
no kidding. I didn't think I got anything for Valentine's Day.
Brooklyn says it is now, right? I guess with all the aftermarket mods and all that. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's why. Like at the time, they just couldn't nail the license. But
yeah, that's a good point, MG. I mean,
but yeah, as Brooklyn points out, technically right now, yeah, you really can.
Same with those Final Fight figures. Side, like, why didn't we have those as when we were kids? We can get them now, though. Like now we have money.
Salivating over those Final Fight figures. Like I don't care how much they are.
Phil, in all your videos, man, you walk down those aisles, and I just look at all that stuff, and I'm like, my God, like, I mean, we had a lot of cool stuff when we were kids, but now, like the figure, they're so much better, so much more detailed. And
I don't know if I agree with that, man. We had some pretty kick-ass figures growing up.
We definitely did. Like I'm not saying we didn't. But
Peter Venkman for the second time now. Like it's just like there's just something about seeing some of the stuff because you forget about it.
Yeah,
unless you're at Mike's house.
I got a little teary-eyed, Phil, when you picked up the Micro Machines Thunder Tank. I got a little teary-eyed because when I was a kid, I actually had the Thunder Tank growing up, and it opened up, and you could put two Thunder.
You'd have to lay them down though, right?
You have to. They slide in. They kind of slide in, but they fit in there really great, and you can open and close the. Oh, it was a wonderful, wonderful toy.
You know what? I'm gonna find you one. I'm gonna send you one. I'm gonna go back and pick one up. It's awesome.
Man, when you got when you got that, I was like, man, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
I couldn't pass it up.
Phil. Put that thing on the shelf, right?
It's
perfect.
I love it. I always wanted the Thunder Tank. That one, what is that, Super 7? It's like $450. It's tempting, but it's like the size of your coffee table. Like, where do you put it?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
it's with some of this stuff, man. Like I got some of the Ninja Turtles turtle van and the turtle blimp, like these giant boxes, and say like the Ghostbusters. Like, what if if they came out with the firehouse? Like, what the hell would I do with it? You know,
firehouse. Well,
you things like 3 feet tall.
You let your son play with it. You know,
oh God,
it's something that's that big. I mean, he could walk in it.
Yeah, he can like hide in it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would be the fun of it. You know. Especially if you're going to take all the time to put it together, because obviously something like that, you'd have to assemble it. It would say some assembly required on the box. It would take like 4 hours to put it together, like an arcade one-up.
Totally. Look at Cyril's comment. Like,
yeah, the Super 7.
You know, I agree.
Some of them are okay.
What I like is the packaging, like because I'm never opening any of this stuff up.
Right, that's me too.
It's just
like all those
clean,
Ghostbusters
it's a reminder
figures,
is what it is.
Yeah, I don't plan on opening them up ever. I mean, whether or not they ever hold their value like the originals did, probably not, but
they should have made a Thundercats like arcade game. You know, just like an X-Men, just like a beat 'em up, Turtles.
Like anything, all that stuff.
Masters of the Universe too. Like, why didn't they do that?
Like all those licenses, like why didn't they not have like console ports or arcade games for like everything?
Well, a lot of these games are getting actual home ports,
like the G.I. Joe. Think about it.
Now G.I. Joe should be a cabinet. G.I. Joe should be a cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying it
I
now.
agree. I agree.
With
the newer game and
oh yeah, that newer Shredder's Revenge style game.
That would,
oh my god, I would pay $6.99.
I like that. One of those. What was that thing at Best Buy? The handheld, the Rogue or the Hog Rogue. Some. I would buy one of those to play that on. Like, that'd be worth it for me. The Rogue Alley.
Okay.
And it would have the I could see the artwork now. It would have like the Cobra, the Cobra logo on the side of the of the cabinet. It'd be black and it would be, oh my god, it could be beautiful. And they could even use the same mold that they used for, the Street Fighter 2, the M whatever it's called.
You know what? I just thought of something.
Yeah, the HS5.
Yeah.
I just thought of a cab that they could use that same design for on a re-release. What if they did KI Deluxe and went with that same version, the X-Men 97, like the same look, but it's KI? That'd be crazy. Like, I bet you they could still pull off that license.
I thought they lost that
did
license.
They?
I heard they did. I don't know if it's true though.
I think two companies can have the same games. My Arcade has Namco, so does Arcade 1-Up.
That's true.
What if they didn't lose it? What if they? I'm just saying. You could always. I think we have a lot of that stuff coming. I think there's going to be a lot.
Telling me there's a chance.
Rehash.
I want if they have the license, I want a Killer Instinct Partycade with Wi-Fi, and I want
Partycade or Countercade.
I want a Partycade so I can mount it to my bathroom door.
What if they came out with a Battletoads?
I wouldn't be upset.
Man, I would probably go for it. I probably would.
Totally get that, Phil.
It would still be two-player. You know that they'd screw us. It'd still be two-player.
Of course they would.
But it'd be the reskin.
But Zero's right. Something has to happen soon. Like,
I agree.
I don't count X-Men 97. That's not really what we were looking for. I mean, it's something.
A start, okay.
It's something.
Just leave it at the.
We're now into 97 is like this.
We're almost
97 is a cash grab because they're trying to get all the people who love the X-Men cartoon and are going to watch that show on Disney Plus and the people who have never.
That's what I think so. I think so.
The people who never bought an Arcade 1-Up, those are the people that
exactly. And I heard they're doing really good. Honestly, I saw a number of 800 have been pre-ordered on Amazon. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, I did hear that.
They're making this is good. It's going to be
their best selling. It's going to be their best selling cab next to Pac-Man. You watch.
This is why I love MG.
That's right. You are. You're just like a big kid with an innocent view of the world. He's not.
Kelly will agree with that.
You are definitely a glass half full kind of guy, right?
Well, we have to be. We have to stay positive on this.
Right.
Listen, Phil. You had Kelly was playing The Simpsons, so obviously you're doing something right, brother.
We just got to get her on X-Men next.
Yeah, there you go.
She like X-Men.
If she likes Simpsons.
Yeah, I mean, those Konami beat 'em ups are infectious. I mean, you play one. I mean, it's like
Ralphie wants me to get Dragon Slayer. Like,
I'm starting to get that.
We have
that vibe.
24 in the chat. Hit a 1 if we should do Dragon Slayer this weekend. I have not.
For your online stream tonight.
You're gonna get one.
What are you saying?
Hold on. Kelly just said something. What was that?
She heard her name. What'd she say?
Automatically no.
No.
That's awesome.
Kelly, there's a lot of 1s in the chat.
Nah. What for you to go out and buy Dragon's Lair? She's not in. I mean, yeah.
No, you're not feeling Dragon's
It's for
Lair.
research purposes, right? It's for science.
At least it's not a casino cade, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, a casino cade. I think you could plop that in the living room.
Yeah.
Kelly, we're joking around. No one's getting a casino cade. They're $4.99.
No, but nobody's buying one of those, except well.
There you go. I really want to meet PD7. Take him for a Happy Meal where he gets a toy and a cheeseburger. That is a win-win.
That's right.
That's a bargain.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Mr. West in here. Nope, he ran off.
He camera shy.
You gotta get those deals where you can. That's why. That's why I watch Phil, because Phil has his finger on the pulse of all the deals, man. Like, go on.
Speaking
Best
of that,
right now,
there's a lot going on at Wayfair right now. Kind of getting on the superheroes talk here, but
okay, yeah.
There's a lot going on at Wayfair. You should check it out.
Oh yeah,
yeah. You were a busy guy this week. That's for sure.
Yeah,
wow. Yeah. You're running around all over the place.
There was a lot to cover, and then I saw the deal with Kohl's yesterday morning, and just wanted to stop in there.
Yeah, well, I'm looking forward to this week's walk and talk for real. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, we're going back to Synergy. So,
well, that's cool. Zero set up Time Crisis last night.
Ooh, nice.
Time Crisis. Nobody talks about Time Crisis anymore. I just realized that. What happened?
You know what? Maybe like it'll come full circle. Like we're talking about Dragon's Lair and Tron now. Maybe in about 6 months it'll be the Time Crisis.
It'll finally be $4.99. Like
with the retro shooter you could put on there. I saw a picture on, I think the 1UP mods on Facebook this morning. Somebody changed their Time Crisis to a Lethal Enforcers. I mean, it looks really cool. And the thing is they had a Time Crisis right around the corner. So
with the Justifier?
No, the retro guns.
Okay.
But the whole look, the whole thing was.
Oh, they did the art and everything,
and the marquee, like they look cool.
I'm with you, Phil. I love that artwork on the side of Lethal
Enforcers. It's so 91, iconic. Isn't it? Those perfect. Officers.
Yeah, Thor makes a good point.
Morning Surge plays.
Yeah, Morning Surge about putting Wi-Fi not into the casino cades. He meant the counter cage. Start making them with games that don't support online play. They absolutely should. I think they're missing a big part of the market by not doing that.
Key demographic.
Yeah, they really are, because a lot of people are living in apartments where you can't put 15 cabinets in there.
No, you can't. I can attest to this.
Right. Yeah. Actually, right. Perfect example. Right. I mean, how many more would you own if they made these options for you? And
as a counter cades or party cades.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say I already know where I would put Killer Instinct. I would mount it to my bathroom door.
That's awesome.
I mean, why not?
That sucker would be, and then I'd crank it up. Oh my god!
There's reskins that work,
Take the speakers out and I'd put in like a subwoofer and I'd crank that sucker so loud, man.
Are you upstairs or downstairs?
I have an apartment where I go in my own door.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
You're set.
I'm not sharing a thing with no one. I walk into my own apartment. It ain't.
Oh yeah, that's the way to go.
But yeah, no, I would definitely get a Killer Instinct Power Arcade day one. Like I wouldn't care. Like I'd be like, that's for sure. Even if it was the Battletoad skin like you talked about, I would love that. I'd be like, that's perfect. Why? Who cares? Like you get all those games, and if you could play them online.
Yeah. Yep. So is that how Wayfair works? Like what Gallagher
what's up with the pricing now? Look at that. It's $387.
It went from $260 to $400 by the time you clicked on it. Do they fluctuate that frequently? I guess.
That's pretty.
I don't think I've ever bought anything from Wayfair.
I haven't either. I don't think I have either.
Where'd you get Time Crisis from, Phil? Wasn't it
Shop Hippo?
Oh yeah, that one. That's another one. Like
I've gotten a couple from Shop Hippo.
I never took Shop Hippo seriously until I started getting into the home arcades, because like people.
I never even heard of it until.
Yeah, I know.
Until they started becoming available.
And then when Phil got his off of Shop Hippo, it was like
The first, I'm like, that sounds sketchy as hell, but
I got, I think Shinku, Time Crisis, and Star Wars. I think those are the 3 that I got from Shop.
Yeah, it's
nice.
I bought some cabinets from some weird places, so I mean, I guess it doesn't matter where you get them if you get a good.
There's a really weird site called.
Was that 40 boxes? I bought that NBA or the NFL Blitz from.
I don't trust any of these places.
I know because it's a lot of money to be just risking like that.
Yeah,
just putting your credit card information and getting billed $500 and just keeping your fingers crossed that the thing actually shows up.
If
you actually get a shipping notification.
Well, that's what people are going to do if they keep watching Phil's videos about Tron. That's what
I said. My strategy is if they let you put 1,000 of them in your cart and go to check out, then it's probably not legitimate. And coming soon to Phil, Dragon's Lair. You're gonna get him in trouble, Ralphie.
Right. I mean, even joking about something like that right now probably isn't the best.
She's listening. She's obviously listening.
Watching the show. Only watching the show.
You got your Simpsons from 40 boxes. Yeah, so that obviously the place is legit.
Yeah,
I'd never heard of it. I was skeptical as hell. But again, I think I paid like $340 for Blitz at the time or whatever it was.
Getting everything. We'll be
it's a good deal.
At that time it was.
We'll be getting everything at Ollie's at the end of the year.
If we're close. See, the problem with us side is the Ollie's near you. They don't have any arcade one up. Like it's every other Ollie's. So
it's every other Ollie's but ours. Yeah,
we got to come up to synergy because that's our only.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep checking this one. There's there's a T2 that's listed right now. You know, I already have it, but it said it was damaged. Yeah, like it doesn't power on or something. So it's obviously.
So what are you gonna? Okay, so you're gonna get a second.
Oh, I know. I could. I do. It was 160. It's at $160. And I was like, oh my god, like I don't need it because I already have it, and I modded the hell out of mine. Like I upgraded it.
Did you not sell? Do you have an extra BOE monitor?
No, I don't. No, I never yanked a monitor out.
Well, what's damaged? What's damaged on this?
It says it doesn't turn on. So I'm guessing it's a PCB issue.
What if I was thinking about buying it? I have a T2 PCB because I took it out for retro shooter. I was gonna sell it. What are you gonna do with yours? So are you gonna like resell it?
My T2?
Or are you gonna? Or no? If you are you thinking about bidding on this one?
Just because of the cabinet. If I can get a cabinet for $160.
Well, you could put the retro shooter kit in it.
I know. I thought about that.
Like that's the thing. Like. Forget the PCB.
Yeah.
No, the screen and everything's fine on it, but because I'd be yanking that out anyways, right? The PCB.
Whatever you wanted, like any game that's on there, like it's.
Oh man, now you got me thinking.
That would be worth it, man.
Well, that's kind of a good idea.
Put that right next to NBA Jam, right behind you.
Yeah, and then I would probably reskin it to make it look. I mean,
do you have room for a couple more?
Yeah, I can. Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do a special nostalgia powered divorce episode. Because it's really gonna be crazy.
We'll bring the girls on and we'll have them let them say their piece, and
that'd be.
It'll be like an intervention style show.
It's like that guy that does, like DVD and Blu-ray audits with his wife, and his wife comes on every month and they add up all the money that he spent on movies.
It's only $10, honey. Only $10 here, $10 there, and then
No, he's like, I spent $85 on this version of Halloween, but it's a special edition with an extra embroidered whatever. And
they're nowhere to be found now.
His wife's face is just like horrified, like she's gonna like die right there on the.
Yeah, there you go.
Worse than how Jesse was last week. and that's every video.
Poor Jesse.
Vader Dave, check your Instagram. I can't remember if you picked up Star Wars yet, but
yeah, that's great.
Wayfair has it for what is it, guys? $464 right now.
You're talking about Golden Axe?
No, Star Wars.
Okay.
Well, Ralphie, I mean, I don't know where would be a good.
That'd be awesome.
Ralphie. I mean, you have a hell of an arcade. That's how I started. I didn't even expect. I mean, I just did it like a walkthrough of my game room. Just get your feet wet somehow, and
just start with anything, Ralphie.
Yeah,
anything
or whatever cabinet you buy.
What did I think my first video was Golden Tee. I was playing a game on my Golden Tee XL.
Yeah, and then you just kind of go from there, right? You're constantly evolving and changing and
Phil,
getting better.
Phil, is there a bowling game on that Golden Tee?
Yes, that's why I bought it.
Okay.
As bad as that sounds.
That's what I figured.
And I think that's my first YouTube video. I was playing the bowling on there.
Yeah,
I remember telling Kelly, like, I got 20 views on here, Kelly.
I'm big time now. Yeah.
Well, it was crazy.
Yeah, very impressive. All right. Well, 33 minutes in. I mean, we'll get to the subject matter here, but
you see how this show works. It's a very organic.
We have no schedule.
That's how I love it. You know, I like the format like this, and we just kind of shoot the breeze a little bit.
So boring. Like the excuse me, the golf games take so long. Like the bowling, man, you're done in a game in like 3 minutes. It's just like it's so contagious to just keep playing it.
Yeah, Gallagher, I think he would agree. Bowling games more played.
Have you ever bowled a 300, Phil?
Yeah, plenty of times. And I'm number 2 or number 3 on the flash bowling in the world. 1300 is the highest you can get. I'm at like 1278. It's tough. It's all about timing. It's just positioning where to line that ball.
Well, at least we know that's a cabinet you play and don't just look at. So that's awesome. That's awesome. It gets some use.
Hey, Ralphie. Yeah, you could do a smoke and talk.
Oh my god!
Yeah, who's closing in at 700 subs?
What's that guy's name? Smoke break.
Yes, smoke. Yeah, I think Ralphie's smoking something a little different, taking a different type of smoke break. Buddy, what's up? All right, so let's do a quick commercial, and then we'll get back. We'll start talking about some superhero games. Maybe we'll play some clips. Rate
who's
them.
Coming in on the 700 though?
Yeah, was that Zero? You talking about yourself? Closing in on 700?
Gee.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll cut. We got a 2-minute quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
It's here. Batman, the video game. From Sunsoft. For the Nintendo Entertainment System. Let the battle begin.
Lois Lane and Jenny Olsen have been kidnapped. Who will save the day? You are Superman. All the powers are yours. Flight, heat vision, super speed, super strength, freezing breath, and X-ray vision. Buy early and receive a DC Comics Collector's Edition Superman comic book. Superman, the New Adventures video game.
I'll blow this town to smithereens! Time bombs! Try to get up there in time, Spider-Man!
Watch me cut my web, Goblin.
Watch yourself fall, Silk Slinger!
Gotta stop the bombs in time.
If I don't get you, webhead, my diagnosis will!
Holy Hannah!
And you're running out of fluid!
Is this more action than even Spider-Man can handle?
Spider-Man, a video game from Parker Brothers, the ones to beat.
You are listening to my all-time favorite non-wrestling YouTube show, Nostalgia Power, featuring the bad guy Mike Worley, Jester Tester Zodwriter, and the documentarian superstar PD7. All of you in the chat know me, and I really, really love you all. Please like, share, and subscribe. It only gets better from here.
And now, back to our show.
Dude, I love that Eric Bischoff. I don't know if there's any wrestling fans here, but Eric Bischoff, man, the Monday Night Wars in the late 90s, the mid to late 90s, man. There was not a better time in wrestling. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, even the golden era of the Hogan, Andre the Giant years of the 80s.
We'll have to do a whole show about that.
I mean, I would be open to that.
You and I have some Nitro experience.
Yeah, I would absolutely love.
I could talk. I even went to a pay-per-view in 2000. I went to the Spring Stampede pay-per-view. It was in Chicago, and it was awesome, man.
Yeah, we got some people. Yeah, they recognized Eric Bischoff. Yeah, man, that was a brutal war that the WWF and WCW had, man. They were trying to just straight up end each other, and Bischoff gives away results on the air, and
it was a tit for tat the whole time.
Yeah, and then you had Generation X showing up in a tank to Monday Nitro, and
83 weeks in a row, Nitro beat Raw.
They did, really. Right? Almost put them out of business. If it wasn't for Stone Cold Steve Austin and maybe WCW kind of shooting himself in the foot a little bit on certain things.
Stone Cold and The Rock is what really put WWE over.
Yep. Yeah. And like I said, some questionable decisions that,
and then they end up buying them. Like it's just
they did. Yeah, and they own it all now. Yeah, maybe one day we can do we'll work it somehow, talk about wrestling games or old wrestling shows or whatever.
Oh, that'll be fun. We can tie it all together with wrestling games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be awesome because there's a lot of great wrestling games out there.
Actually, there is. And so to get into our main thing with superhero games, back in the day, does it seem like they kind of struggled to make quality superhero games? I mean, there were some good ones out there, but I feel like for every great game, there was like 5 bad ones.
The label was more important than the game.
And I think that's what we saw first. We saw the Nintendo versions before the arcade.
Right.
You'd see them at the rental store.
And like he says, the label, Phil, the game we always resort back to is X-Men, right? Like how awesome that cartridge looked and the box looked, and you plop that game in and it just is a hot mess. I mean,
dog crap.
Yeah.
Horrible.
But so is there any?
It's like, thank you, LJN.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Some of their finest handiwork, right?
But the artwork, like there's a place for those now, just not then. Like now it's like you appreciate even getting like a Superman Atari game just for that artwork.
Right. And that was one of the games as a young kid whenever I played the Atari, and I would flip through those books that they had and they would show the games you could buy. I'm like, oh, I want Superman so bad. And then, well, actually, you know what? Now would be a good time that maybe we'll start with that one. I don't know if anybody knows or has ever played Superman for the Atari.
Is that the one?
This is it.
You go in the phone booth, and then you kiss Lois Lane, and
what the hell is going on?
God, that's worse than E.T.
Oh yeah,
I was thinking. Actually, I would agree with that.
He almost looks like Spider-Man in this.
That's what I was thinking. It sucks.
I mean, so I guess the plot of the game is Lex Luthor destroys a bridge. We're supposed to rebuild the bridge.
Oh come on, Phil! You'd have FOMO if they decided to make this into an arcade cabinet.
For the look of it, I totally get it. You know me.
They make it look like a little mini phone booth.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
But like Phil said, the box art is awesome. I mean, it's Superman standing out in like space with like a shooting star going past his head, and it's like comic book version Superman. So, but that's what Atari was notorious for, like creating these fantastic images on their covers, and the games just could never live up to it.
Yeah, I love those.
There was a Superman NES game too, and that
funny you bring that up.
Sunman.
Yeah, Brooklyn, you're right.
They lost the license in the middle of developing it. It was called Sunman.
This was you're talking the NES version, correct?
Well, there was an NES game that not
like that looks pretty cool.
I don't think it's that version. No, I'm thinking
looks good until
I'm thinking of another Superman game. That's
and then we see the big head. It's like a pop figure.
It's like Bobby's World.
Look at the statue.
It's supposed to be cute, like chibi style.
At this point, you'd realize I just made a huge mistake.
Yeah, I messed up.
Well, right now I think that this game is kind of adorable.
Saying I was just thinking about you when they said Sunman, the greatest hero of them all.
Like, what is this?
This game's adorable. Oh my god, look at it.
Yeah, like it was supposed to be Superman. Like, he just walks around looking all angry. Superman
I
games
never
were
played
tough.
this.
They had a hard
They never made
time
one
with
Superman
those.
game right.
No, I
Except
never
the
did
arcade,
either.
Johnny
so-
Blaze. The arcade was done. That's the best one.
I love the arcade game. Now the arcade game would be one to have. I wish they'd do a home version.
What about that Sega
yeah,
Superman
because how
game?
great
Is that
does it look?
similar to the arcade?
It's fun, but the graphics aren't as great as the arcade version. And it's a different thing. It's not really similar at all. It's more
I thought it was kind of close.
It's more similar in style to like the Avengers.
Okay.
For like how small the sprites are, and but it's okay. I mean,
so the
but
two
I
games
think,
we just
but I
witnessed,
think I think Death of Superman is actually the best one, because even though it's a beat 'em up that doesn't accurately portray Superman, since it is the Death of Superman storyline, they can kind of get away with it, because you do fight Doomsday and Superman's all weak from all the fighting he had to do prior, so it's kind of
yeah.
This was a good one. This was better than the Justice League game that they did.
But this looks pretty cool.
Yeah, what game is this?
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, it looks like my kind of game. Yeah, this one's not bad. I have this one for Super Nintendo, and I remember
you guys know what's funny about this game?
This a lot as a kid.
The Super Nintendo version and the Sega Genesis version have different soundtracks.
Oh, really?
That's right.
It's the same exact game. They have different music, which I found really weird. Like,
yeah, this is the SNES version. Well,
you can walk
was
behind
it.
I always thought you had to jump over that thing.
Was the sound chip just not capable in the Genesis?
No, the Genesis just had a completely different score. I don't know. Maybe they.
Who's ever playing this is like mastered this game, because
yeah, I'd have been dead already.
Well, this had a great cheat code where you could make Superman invincible, and that made the game really easy.
I didn't see that for the game Genie. I didn't see that one.
No, there was a code you entered in with not the game Genie. You could do it with the controller.
Oh,
I forget what it is, but.
Well, whoever this is didn't put the code in, because you can see that he has taken some hits.
He's getting some damage. Not a lot.
Right, the code you'll never get any damage. It's a non-damage code, and Superman's invincible. So
yeah, that's what they need to make, is a Superman game where he doesn't get hurt. You know?
Yeah.
Well, actually, that Xbox one, I think it was all a timer. Like Spider-Man 2 was like there was timers constantly. It's just like, how do you save these people from this burning building like in time? Like,
so
these are tough.
Phil, the game you're talking about, is that the same? Sorry, can you hear me? It looked like I lagged.
Yeah.
But that game you're talking about, is that the same as Superman 64? Because I think that's how that was.
It's called the Man of Steel. It's called the Man of Steel. It was all
time-based. If anybody is in the chat that knows this, like Superman 64 was the one where you had to fly through the damn rings, and
that was the animated series Superman.
Okay, so these are two different games.
Right. This is total comic book looking Superman.
No, whenever I share videos, MG, for some reason, maybe it is my internet. It just.
Well, he is in the boonies. He has bears that
just show up at my front door.
Visits
show
all
up
the
at
time.
the door for looking for arcade cabinets.
Maybe that's what he's looking for. I mean, this NBA Jam.
He heard about
beside
the
there.
OG is for sale, and if he can pick it up for $250.
He's right. My computer is very old.
I mean, I still can't get over the fact that that bear literally had glowing eyes. That was so creepy. Like he's walking and everything, and he just looks, and
Maybe he
there's
got into some radioactive waste or something.
no
before
light on him at all, but his eyes are like lit up. That's scary.
Well, you know what? I do have motion lights out there, so one may have kicked on and just been reflecting. And plus, those cameras do have like a night vision mode.
That was.
But yeah, it didn't look like
that
like
scared
a
the hell out of me.
bear.
I was like, wow, that is so creepy. Because I've seen videos where like polar bears have glowing eyes like that. Because there was a video where the polar bears were fighting at night and their eyes like lit up yellow, like power.
They are the most fiercest animals on the planet.
Polar bears?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Oh yeah, they'll kill. I mean, they'll hunt humans. They're one of the few.
Whoever wanted that Superman movie, like the Superman Lives or Superman Reborn, they wanted to have Superman, I think, face off with a polar bear at the end or something.
I mean, that seems a bit unnecessary.
Or no, it was Brainiac face off with a polar bear because of the fiercest creed.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, you
got to watch that Kevin Smith interview. Like
that's hilarious. That's hilarious. That Kevin Smith thing. Yeah, that whole documentary, "The Death of Superman Lives" from John Schnepp is awesome. What a documentary.
Zod, I gotta tell you, that's the guy that's playing. He looks the part. Just from pictures I've seen. I'm not defending James Gunn at all. He looks the part though.
Oh, you mean the guy playing Superman?
Yes.
Yeah, David Cornsweet. He's a Henry Cavill clone. He looks just like
I know. It's crazy. Yeah. Like it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting excited about this. It's Superman. I'm gonna see it. Like
he was rumored to be they wanted him for Superman years and years ago. So he's definitely, but Henry Cavill is definitely the blueprint for Superman because they got a guy that looks just like him. Yeah.
I agree. I just want to point out
they changed the title from Legacy to Superman.
Yeah. Yeah, it was Superman Legacy, and then James Gunn changed it to just Superman so that when people use the Superman hashtag, he can get credit like they're hashtagging because of the movie. That's what he did it for. He did it for the did it for the
Did I perk up?
There's a Ninja Turtle villain I just saw today, and his name's Scumbag. Did you see that figure, Mike?
It's Scumbug, I think it is.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Scumbug. But that's exactly that's what I can think of now.
Scumbag.
Can't read.
I want a Scumbag action.
Got to make up for it for the last few weeks.
Oh man.
But yeah, I used to have that as a kid, the original figure. So
he had the fake barf and everything. It was the newer
they re-released that one.
Yeah, but it's the Mutant Mayhem. So
okay.
I know.
I'm just looking for originals.
More BS.
Yeah. So the Superman games were kind of meh. Like Serge said, he's surprised they haven't tried to make a newer one because, as we all know, the Batman Arkham series games and the
I'm looking at that right now.
Those are probably some of the greatest.
There was a Superman one in development that looked really, really good, and they canceled it midstream. They were working on it, and it looked incredible.
Like, I feel like now they could probably do it right.
Oh, it would. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to see it done in. I'd like to see it done in VR. To be honest with you,
that would be insane.
The Batman Sin Tzu was a great beat 'em up. Like you could play. I think 4-player.
Yeah, it was animated.
Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, Batman.
Yeah.
That was a fun game. I had that. I played a lot of Xbox, and they had a Justice League game, and it was just like free roam. You could be who. Actually, every board you had to pick somebody different. That was fun.
I remember that game. Justice League, the Justice League. It was like Justice League Heroes or Legends.
Yeah,
or something.
That was a good.
It was a fun game.
And then the Marvel Ultimate Alliance. I think there was 2 of those, 1 and 2.
Yeah, Marvel Rise of the Rise of the Imperfects. Remember that fighting game?
Yeah, what'd you think of Injustice? Like, what about the Justice League Task Force? Like that fighting game?
That game is so terrible. That game is so horrible.
That was one I
God,
had. It was like DC Universe versus Mortal Kombat. Actually, pretty good
game. DC versus
that was a
Mortal
fun
Kombat.
game.
I like that, all things considered, but they had to water down Mortal Kombat like never before because they didn't want want Mortal Kombat characters tearing up DC characters.
Yeah, you're not like ripping Wonder Woman's head off with her spinal cord still attached, you know? Like
they are in Suicide Squad, unfortunately.
Well, that's a different story, yeah. Which
everybody's getting their refunds for that game.
I didn't even want to mention it. I had it in a walk and talk a couple of weeks ago, and I took it off. I'm like, you know what?
I mean, the game looks like it could be good. I don't know from what I've seen.
Pure garbage.
And then they just seemed like they just tried to do too much. That just because basically, like, let's just include all this insane graphic violence.
Ooh, I got to do a giveaway right now.
Oh yeah.
So,
okay.
Sorry. So I have the George Clooney Batman and Robin Batmobile. And we have a movie question. I thought of it this morning. What are we going to do? Am I going, or are you playing the clip?
Yeah. I'm working on it.
Sorry. So you picked this up at Target.
Okay.
Last weekend.
So get ready to
movie.
All right. So the George Clooney Batmobile Hot Wheels. It is the 2 out of 5. What movie? This line. You've got me. Who's got you? It's kind of easy, isn't it?
Very easy.
Might have been a rushed one, but I thought, okay. Because
there's a lot of movies out there, and there's a lot of
the
very good quotes.
You've got me. Who's got you? Because of the whole idea for this week's episode. Look at Saiyan Spirits. Like the guy knows it.
Nails it.
All right, my friend.
Oh man.
You missed out on the Batmobile last week, the purple. I sent that one to Johnny Blaze yesterday.
I didn't even run the ticker across the bottom.
But you won this one, Saiyan.
Well, since we're getting into giveaways, I'll do one too, since I still have some stuff left over from my appreciation. So this is Star Wars Black Series Darth Vader Titanium 40th anniversary. Yeah.
Where does he get these wonderful toys?
Mm-hmm. So to keep it superhero related, we're going to go with the original X-Men game on the NES. We're going to see how smart everybody is. Name me all 6 playable X-Men characters from that game. All 6 of them.
Wow, that's a good question. Huh?
So I guess you have to be kind of familiar with that game to know them all. Phil,
I can name 5. Wait. The NES?
Yeah, the NES X-Men, not arcade version.
Oh, yeah, I got it. I forgot
the
about
NES. I got to make sure I wrote them down right and didn't accidentally do the arcade.
Can I name one of them?
Yes, give us
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. Okay, good. That's one that somebody may forget. So everybody's Googling right now.
Okay, and
we got Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, Colossus, Nightcrawler, and Iceman. There you go, MG.
Yeah, I think that's right.
You have to figure out an answer. Yep. So MG, I think I still owe you stuff, MG, from a few weeks ago. So
you got the address I sent you,
You did, yes. And I forgot this week to send it out. So I apologize, MG.
Well, it's good you did because
now, yeah. It's going to add it to the box. Hey, a lot of people are getting this one.
Well, Google is a wonderful resource.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I had it in my head and I forgot about Nightcrawler. That's why I wanted to say Nightcrawler.
Yes, so Kitty Pryde is not answered, not a playable character on that game.
She is in the track mode for X-Men.
Yep. So Phil, I know you got to run in a little bit. Maybe we'll.
I have to go to Synergy, guys. So it's the Saturday part of it is only open till 12. So I have 2 hours. I know it's ridiculous, but we got to see what's there. And I told Zero Redux that I would go, and I did go to the earlier this week Synergy that has all the arcade one up. So we'll see what the other side has. And tonight we're going to do NBA Jam. So if you have NBA Jam, 9 o'clock Eastern time, we'll fire it up.
I'll be there.
Well, this was a quick nostalgia power. I'll be there.
Sorry,
want to do one more clip.
Let's do it.
We'll call it.
I guess we'll have to do a part 2 for superheroes.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do a 2-parter.
We can. Actually, you know what? You want to continue this next week? I'll save the clip. Yeah. You want to do that? We could just continue on. I was waiting for somebody to we trashed on a lot of games, and rightfully so. But there's also, like I said, there are some really good ones that we should definitely take a look at.
Oh yeah.
Batman Orchestra tonight. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, can you send me a clip on Instagram, man? That'd be cool.
Who was that? John Williams did the original soundtrack for the original Batman, right?
Danny
Elfman. Okay. Either way, it was still, geez, that original Batman theme song for the '89 movie is just, to me, that just goes hand in hand with Batman from now on forever. Oh, they show the movie with a live orchestra.
That's cool.
That's really great.
Talking about the '89 Batman, right? Do a Monday Night Wars episode. I guess we're gonna have to.
Hey man, that would be awesome.
Well, Serge, I mean, that's kind of how sometimes we have goals and plans, but they just don't ever
goals and plans.
We didn't.
More often, we failed. At least we started talking about the superhero. We're gonna get
the official 10 next week.
Yeah, we will do that, and maybe we'll have Jester Tester back.
Yeah, it's only we have to have.
Yeah, if he's sick again, still that's
it's not right without Jesse, and he's got to be a part of this decision.
Well, gentlemen, it's been an hour. I mean, that's typically how these things go. So it's amazing how fast an hour flies.
It felt like 10 minutes.
It really did. It really did. So we're going to continue this conversation next week. We'll keep going with the superhero games. And Phil, have fun today, and we'll definitely stop by his stream tonight because I want to try out this NBA Jam
for sure
and play like competitive games on the big screen. So, all right, everybody, thank you for joining us, and we will see you at Phil's stream tonight and next week, same time.
See you guys.
Good.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.